I think it's stupid to judge ourselves and to judge others. I think judging things can be healthy, but to a certain extent. Like, I understand, okay, if people are, you know, acting in such a way that is hurtful to others or just making bad choices, like, we should have that judgment so we can then use it to influence them to change or have a consequence and use reinforcement and have them make better choices or do certain things that are the opposite of what they were doing. But I think that can be harmful. Judgment can be harmful if we're judging others based off of what they are, what they like to do, who they are, what they say, what they believe in. I think it's harmful. And I think it's harmful because everybody's operating out of their state of consciousness. So why are we judging people based off their state of consciousness? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. They're operating from where they're operating from based off of what they know and what they don't know. And we can't force information into people to then like elevate themselves and that then elevate their mind, elevate their frequency because they have an understanding and a different interpretation or perception of the world. So then they can see the world differently, they can behave differently, they can act differently because of that belief. But if we're all expecting to have everybody uphold a standard that we think is appropriate, I think that that's unfair. I think that that's unrealistic, and I think it's quite stupid. Everybody is just being who they are, whether that's good or bad. And I think we don't really take into consideration like necessary factors before judging people. Like, before judging someone of something that they might have did or are doing, I think it's important to take into consideration circumstances, take into consideration their health. Like, if their health isn't good, if they're not creating the brain chemicals necessary for their brain, then that's an issue. That's step number one. And I just don't think that we take that into consideration enough. I don't think society even thinks that. There's people that don't even think about that for a second. Like, if I'm judging others or if I'm judging myself, why am I not going back to the basics? The basics are your neurochemistry and your health physically. And I think that needs to be talked about.